Today is Monday, and Monday is significant. It's because Monday is the moon day, and the Monday is connected to Lord Shiva, very much Lord Shiva, and that's why you always have on Monday this ritual because it's connected to Shiva, and Shiva is actually the primal energy, the oorsprong van alles. The primal energy that is activating everything in our system, in our life. It's to be seen, it's not to be seen. It's to be felt, it's not to be felt.
It's not to be felt?
Ja, je kan het ook niet altijd voelen. Je kunt het zien, soms kun je het niet zien.
Je voelt het niet af.
And that energy is the most purest energy there is, Shiva's energy. And that's actually our source as well. We are part of the same Shiva energy. Shiva is also expressed as silence, pure silence, silence of everything. As I explained, there are three, yesterday I remember, there are three main deities, gods. One is Brahma, who is the creator. Vishnu is the sustainer, and Shiva is the dissolver, the one who dissolves. So everything in this world is made by these three actions: creation, sustenance, dissolve.
Sorry, creation and
sustenance en dus schepping, behoeding en weer oplossing. So as you can see, everything in this world, just now a bird shitted on my shirt. So the shirt has been created. It's been created somewhere. It's sustained for some time, and if I don't get the stain out, we have to remove the shirt. So it sustains for a while, and then it goes back to the source. It finally dissolves back to the source. Everything in this world of 3D as we live in, is out of these three sources. It's been created, it's been born, it stays for a while, it continues, has a lifetime, and finally goes back to the source. Except that was really inside, which is motivating that power. We call that also Shiva. That's de oorsprong, wat erin zit. Wat het echt drijft, wat zorgt dat de instrumentarium allemaal blijft werken. Dat is de primal source. They call it God. They call it Brahma. But you can also call it the primal energy or the source where everything comes from. Doesn't matter. It's always there. It's there. And we are connecting to that. We are part of that. Only we forgot. We completely forgot. And in the meantime, we got deluded by thinking that we are this frame of creation, sustenance, so on. We are thinking everything which is connected to this form, we think we are. But in fact, we aren't. The real stuff is really inside. So how to get to that source? How to get to that source? You have to dive deep. You have to dive. I gave you a stick in the third eye. These five senses, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears, and the touch, they can delude you as well. You know, for instance, you can look at me, but if you have some disease they call a jaundice, you see me in yellow. If you wear orange glasses, you will see me in orange. So who has the truth? Not the one who's looking. It's not in the glass. There's another truth. So where is the real truth? The real truth is inside. You have to find it inside. You have to connect again to that main source, the main frame. You have to connect again. You have to feel it again. How to do it? Shut down the five senses. Close your eyes. Use your ears for good vibrations. Keep your mouth shut. Don't talk. And feel. Feel inside. Everything is inside. Everything is inside. whole source is in you. Everything. The tiniest detail of the whole universe is inside you. Although we think we are a tiny speck, but in fact, we are everything. We are everywhere. Even we can travel faster than light to the other side of the universe with our mind. We can use it. This is what we are doing in Maandagavond. We are cleaning the senses, 5 senses, by a ritual which is very ancient than the more of the history of human beings we probably know. And it's called Rudrabishekam. These mantras are not simple mantras. These mantras have been chanted by millions and millions of people before us. And it has a great frequency. In our Christian tradition, we have onze waarheid. It's our mantra we use. So many people use this onze waarheid. So it has a power, it has a strength. Because of so many people use it with the proper intention, it gets a strength. There's Rudra. Literally means, Rudra means that what vibrates. That what vibrates. It has a high frequency. So by chanting this, all the dust that is collected in your system, which is upholding you from getting into it, is being literally shaken loose so that it can come out. So probably people think, I've been coming here for years and nothing is happening. But your system is changing. Slowly, it's changing. Plus, you take time to focus the mind on something else than the outer world. When people come here, enter this room, they can feel the vibes. You felt it when you get in. You feel it immediately, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Because of the chanting, because of all the people with the same intention, that gives an energy to it. That brings a field of energy. You felt it yesterday when you came. You feel the energy field. That's because of the intention of all the people. It works like that. U moet het zeker hebben gevoeld als je een keer komt, anders komt hij niet terug. Dat er een energieveld is. Dat je het kan voelen. Dat als je hier naar binnen loopt, dat je een energieveld voelt. Dus dit energieveld, dat hebben wij met elkaar gecreëerd. Door de mantra's, maar ook de intentie waarmee we hier naar binnen komen. This energy field can really, if you connect to that energy field, you can also make a shift. You can do it at home. You can make your own energy field at home by creating a small spot which is unique for you, where you can sit. You probably have it inside at home. A place where you can sit and do morning meditation, light a candle. If you have some attributes like something you like, the Ganesha or whatever, you can do your pujas. That becomes your energy field. And you can connect slowly to that big mainframe, or a Mary statue, or a Jesus statue, whatever, it doesn't matter. As long as it's in your space, it becomes your space. Okay, I come back to today. We come here for Shiva, the dissolver. What is that dissolver?
Sorry?
De oplosser. Shiva is de oplosser. Wat is hier op te lossen? What is here to dissolve? First of all, the thought that you are thinking that you are only this human frame and this human mind. That's the first thing that has to dissolve in order to get connection to your divine self. It has to go away. You slowly, it takes time. Actually, it takes lifetimes, probably 70,000 lifetimes to get there. But the fact that you have the desire now, you're sitting here, you have a desire, that means that you had a big range of lifetimes before today. And that you can make the shift this lifetime. It's a special time. It's a good, and I said it to you last week, Paul, it's a good time to come down. It's a very good time. There's no coincidence. It's the time now to make that shift and to make an extra shift. Because this world is pain and joy and pain and joy and pain and joy. Are we not fed up then? with this ever-growing upside down. You have tasted it. Then you think, okay, if I have this, if I have a lot of money, then I will be happy. 5 minutes and then the pain starts. If I have a new car, I will be happy. 5 minutes and pain starts again. This is the world. So if you want to become stable, you have to go to a different level of thinking. It's all inside. There's nothing wrong in having money and having a car or having a boat or even having a mansion. I don't care. That's okay. There's nothing wrong in it. Experience it. But you will definitely not find any happiness. I haven't seen in this world a rich person who is completely happy and at peace. I haven't found them. But I have seen great masters who have nothing, walk bare naked, and are completely happy with whatever they have. They are completely happy in themselves. We call them avadutas. Avadutas are completely detached from this world and they simply play the role. We all have to play a role. I play my role in Verexam. I play my drama there. But I understand clearly there's always a purpose for it. Probably to meet you, or to meet you, or to meet you. There's always a reason why you come and you do something. Do it with a full detachment and live your life. We perform the ritual over 2 lingams. This is the heart of this temple. This is the most important part of this temple. The tiniest speck, but it has the most energy. This was being produced by Swamiji. And this is a tiny lingam. We were sitting like we were sitting here, close to Swami. And Swami asked me, do you know, Kannaiah, what a lingam is? This is a lingam, an ellipse-shaped form of material. Most of them is stone, could be glass, could be somewhere else, but it has an energy. And he said, in the lingam, all opposites come together. Light, dark, male, female, good, bad. Everything is in it. Everything is in the lingam. Everything, all objects. And it has a big power. It has a big power to purify. Then he kept his hand like this, and out of the thin air, in his hand, the lingam fell into his hand. And then he showed it to us. This is very, very special lingam. Then he said, this is Brahmananda. Brahmananda means it's the creation. And this is for Holland. Holland is a holy land. Why is Holland a holy land? Because here you have tasted all the Mayas. Everything is here. All illusions are here. You can taste sex, you can taste drugs, you can taste alcohol. And once you've all tasted it, then you feel vomiting, and then you think, oh, I want to take another. I want to go to another level. I want to understand more about life. You can experience here everything. You don't have to fear for dying of food. There's always some backup plan here in the Netherlands. That's why Holland is a holy land. Once you make the step through the world, you can take the next step to become pure. If you are always thinking about how to get my next food, how to take care of my family, what, then you don't have time for the divinity. This is what we see in very poverty countries. In Holland, well, at least you can live. For most of the people, you can live a normal life. Then you can take the next step. You can indulge. Je mag het alles ervaren hier. Maar uiteindelijk kun je hier gemakkelijk, doordat je alles hebt ervaren, dat je dit plezier, maar dat geeft je nog steeds geen geluk. Wil je voorbij gaan? That is why Holland is Holland.
Wil je hem even doorgeven?
Ik doe dat liever niet. Nee. It has an energy.
Nee, daarom juist.
Yeah.
Daarom.
Yeah. Sometimes I can do something.
Right. Okay.
But not all the time, because it's
Okay.
otherwise it might lose its powers. That's why I'm quite. But this is the heart of the temple, and hier zit alles in. En als je er doorheen kijkt, if you look through it, it's like It's a pit through. It has a pit through. So I show you something. So when Swami looked at it, he gave it to my mom. And that was the tiny lady who was sitting here tonight. And then my mom gave it to me, and I said, it's funny, Swami indicated this portion as Holland. And Holland doesn't have any mountains. It's a flat country, completely flat. So I was looking at it. The whole stone is round, except this part that's flat. So Swami was already, he left already, and then I went down to see him. And then he looked at me, well, Kannaiah, is it flat? So he read my thoughts, what was going on. Yes, Swami, it's flat. So then I understood that there is some primal energy. And he explained, the energy of this lingam is to illumine the intellect. Om het intellect te verruimen. Want het intellect kun je ook gebruiken om jezelf te leren kennen. Het water van deze lingam is to illumine the intellect. Tirtan is for to illumine the intellect. Then Kana and I got married. That's a long story. I don't tell it now, otherwise you get bored. It takes 1 hour at least. Then we started a new ashram, somewhere close by here in Longstraat. We wanted to make a big center for everybody to come, because this is very with forms, and we wanted to have a center without any forms, just a symbol, and to make it available for everybody. But we came into such a big difficulty. But for that center, we bought a lingam. And the lingam, when we weighed it, it was 10.8 kgs. 108. 108 is the holy number in India. And it contains the 9. And the 9 is continuing and continuing. Als je een 9 vermenigvuldigt, 2 keer 9 is 27, 2 keer 7 is 9. 3 keer 9 is?
27.
Oh, 7, 4 keer 9 is? 36, 3 keer 6 is 9. Zo blijft een 9 altijd een 9. Dus het is een oneindige nummer. En 108 is het heilige getal. En hij weegt gewoon precies 10,8 kilo. So my brother, as a sculptor, he made the Panipitam. We don't say yoni because it's disrespectful. And it says the lingam indicates the male energy. And the Panipitam, which contains the lingam, is the female energy. So the male energy is outwardly. Like, that's why we have some outward thing as a guy. And for the females, it's inwardly. And it's the giving and the receiving. There should be a balance. That's why they always come together. Lingam, Panipitam, always come together. It's a unity. So this is connected to each other. Then you ask me, why do you decorate everything? For us, it's an energy form. Everything is energy. So an energy can also be an entity. That statue is not a statue. For us, it's a living being. Because literally, when my Swami came here, he blew his life energy into the statue. He blew his life energy into the lingam. So it becomes alive. The energy is in there. So when you do all your rituals and you pour water over the lingam, then the energy of the lingam will also be transferred into the water, completely with all the mantras, and added to it your intentions. Everybody's intentions is also very important. And this is what you're drinking, that water. It's purified water because of all the mantras, all the water of the lingam. It has this energy. This lingam is for health. It's for mental, spiritual, and physical health. Health, to keep you safe, health. So drink this water with this intention, and that will help you. So for us, again, it's a living being. That's why the lingam has become Shiva, the primal energy.
Je bent je bewust
van wat je zingt.
Ja.
En dat bekrachtigt dan ook de energie.
Absoluut.
Ja.
Dat zegt u goed.
Ja, oké.
For you guys, intention is even more important than knowing literally what is being said. The intention of the mantras. I don't know Sanskrit. I can only chant it. But I know what it means, but not in detail, because it's so elaborate. It's very difficult to learn Sanskrit. But the intention behind it is most important. That's why I told you, before, you can focus on something higher. The moment when my mind starts drifting, I immediately lose it. Because sometimes I'm not here. I just simply, it continues. It's like if I'm not there. And I often wondered, how could it be that it comes from somewhere? There is in the back of the mind. Of course you have to learn. But it becomes not an automatic thing, but it's just like you connect something and then it starts flowing. And the moment I start thinking I'm doing something wrong, everything goes wrong. And that's how it works.
Wacht nog even.
Ja, zeker. Klaar.
Dus je belichaamt wat je zingt.
Ja, absoluut.
En hoe meer je dat vult met energie, kun je deze ruimte vullen met energie.
Maar doen we allemaal.
Ja, nee.
Dat is waar.
Maar de vraag, hoe meer je bewust bent van wat je zingt, ik ken de taal niet, ik ben nog het zal wel worden, maar niks. Dus van mij komt er geen kracht uit. Maar als ik zing I am, omdat ik dat verstaan en ik kan dat belichamen, dan...
Absoluut. Dan is de intentie erbij. Dat is de intentie.
Ja. Maar voel je dat zelf terwijl je zingt?
Absoluut, anders zou ik het niet feitelijk uit.
Nee, vraag.
Anders zou het een oefeningetje zijn. And he's asking one very good thing. Do I feel what I'm singing? Of course. Otherwise I couldn't continue it for such a long time. The last 26 years or something. And the importance of it is also known. In the beginning, I was quite skeptical when my Swami asked me to learn this. What use is it? Who can understand what I'm doing? And he said, you simply do. There's a reason for it. And the reason is, it purifies the whole surrounding, the people around, the people who come here. And this place become a magnet. People think they come by coincidence, but I don't think so. When they have to be here, they come here. And if they don't feel connected, then they leave again. This is how it works. So there's a reason to bring people together. Simply saying, well, we're going to meditate in a group, well, it works for 2-3 times and then people don't come anymore. But when you do something, a ritual, it makes you connecting to something. And it does something also to the environment, clears the environment a lot. Yeah. You might say it's a Hinduistic ritual. Probably it is, but I don't feel like it. I'm part of a Hindu sect or whatever. I'm just myself. Hinduism means actually it's a way of living. It doesn't have to do with any. Nowadays people make something I'm a Shaivite, I'm a Vishnavite, or whatever. They make garam masala out of it. But in the real stuff actually means that Hinduism means actually you follow. It's a way of living where you see yourself as the divine and you try to find the way to divine. And you can do it to a couple of million ways. 330 million gods are there in Hinduism. But you also can choose the formless supreme, I am. And that's very much there in the form of the Om. So that you can't... Oh, really? I could have... So we hope that we are actually planning that this temple is open to everybody, Hindu, Buddhist, atheist, whatever. long as you can connect to the energy, that's it. That's the most.
I am, presence of light, presence of peace, presence of love. I am, I am, I am. Komt dit later.
Mooi, mooi.
Mijn Engels is zo slecht om het goed te volgen, maar ik snap het wel ongeveer.
Ja.
Je moet het steeds vertalen voor mezelf. Ja. Ik ga ervan uit.
Ja, je gaat voelen.
Dat is de bedoeling, hè?
Ja.
Steeds
Dankjewel. I leave you to it.
Namaste.
Because otherwise it will be too late also for you. How do you get home? There's a bus to go.
Yeah, we have a bus every half an hour. So.
But I can also bring that people with Vincent.
Still has this ears, this Vincent. Vincent has lost his blood here.
Food can give you some thoughts of heart.
Next time I will explain something more. This is just the basis and we're making the basis from what we're through. Again, the temple is for all faith. And although people come here from a different form, certain religions sometimes, the Sri Lankan people, they follow really the Hinduism traditions. I'm not like traditions, not too much. And the only tradition we have is that you have to remove your shoes. And that's all.
To keep the place clean, the energy.
Leave the world behind.
It's like you don't shower, you're dirty, your soul is dirty, so you have to keep yourself clean. Where there is cleanliness, there is peace, there is wisdom. So this is what has been taught.
Yeah. Cleanliness is godliness.
Yes. God, like we say, we have Diwali, right? There is a saying for Diwali, Lakshmi only comes to a house which is clean. And a broom is something called as Lakshmi because you clean the brooms. But then comes a festival, it's called Chhat Puja. You pray for the broom because it's also devoted as Lakshmi. Yeah. So, as clean you are, as safe you are.
Yes. Very true. Very true. Just before we came here, somebody brought a new car. And they asked me ritual for the car. And with the lime. And the lime and the puja. So I put on some puja just before we came. Like the Lakshmi also.
Like every Saturday in India, people do 7 green chili and a lime. And you never dare take the bad energy away. And then every Saturday they throw it away like, my energy gets to the street, on the street.
I put it in the stream.
Or in the shoe,
Ze gebruiken allemaal rituelen voor alles. En dat is het leuke van India. In alles zit rituelen. Dus echt, zelfs naar buiten naar het toilet gaan, heeft het al een bepaald ritueel. Alles heeft een ritueel. Daarvoor is India hetgene wat ons. India has a mystic thing. Maar zoals ik al zei, we hebben India nu in onderdijk gekomen. In fact, we have to go a bit fast. Because the time is moving also faster. The time is now, we are lucky to live in this time. I don't know how many lifetimes you craved for being in a period where you go from one yuga to the other one, from one time to the other time. And now it's actually happening, and you're living here. That's why there are so many souls on the earth. It's overcrowded. There's a reason for it. Everybody wants to be here. It's a conjunction. It will be a bit messy, but in the end, there's a big shift for the souls.
Because currently there's also quite some chaos.
That's why we have the chaos.
Everything just seems to fall apart, or maybe fall into the right place, but
it becomes a bit worse still. Don't worry about it. But if you stick to to your faith that there's a reason for it. It doesn't have to be fearful because it has to be. If you want to make a shift in life, then first the old stuff has to go. It has to crumble. It has to go out. First, leave something behind, and then you can build up again. This is what is happening now in the world.
Why is time going faster nowadays?
What I'm saying is that our time is short. The next 10 years will be very intense. Actually, it started in 2020 ago. It's the big shift. This Hinduism, you have 4 yugas, 4 time frames. And the last bit is like a small speck of that. It's just a small tiny bit. But it's time of destruction, or Kali, the time of destruction. Where everything which was there has to be destroyed.
Doesn't sound too promising.
No, it doesn't. But in the end, something new will come out. And what will come out is that people will have more consciousness. They will understand definitely who they are. It's not for everybody, but for as we sit here, we have the desire, then it's easy to connect to that. If you don't have the desire, it will be difficult. If you have a worldly desire that you want to stick to this drama stuff, then it becomes more difficult. But that's why it's now we're speeding up. Time is going fast. That's why you see so many difficulties. Even the sun is reacting to it. And it's been indicated for such a long time that we are in this time that it will come. And yesterday I was singing to you the song of Aquarius of the film Hair. Remember that one? The film Hair, weet je nog? This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius.
Ja.
Dat liedje. En dat laat ook zien dat ze wisten toen eigenlijk in de jaren 60 al dat er een tijdperk zou komen. En dat is dus nu echt. Dat is het laatste stukje. It's the last part of Kali Yuga. And then you start to go to a different time frame. Interesting, is that? And you're in the middle of it. That's why your soul desired to be born now. Although you're not conscious of it anymore, but your soul has chosen to be here at this time, at the right moment. That's why you face all the difficulties. Because you don't want to go fast. You want to go through it. You want to get rid of all the collected pains and lifetimes you have collected. That's why you faced all the difficulties, all the pains, all the losses. That's why the people who are spiritual, they never had an easy road. There is always something quite heavy on the brains. That makes them, that they know that they have to go through certain parts in their life to get rid of your soul desire for such a long time to come in this time. Okay, I think we have enough, isn't it? It's Danish, probably, otherwise we'll be late. Now speak.